Pakistan, I will sacrifice my life for Pakistan.
Hello, from here on out, the video will be calmer. Hello, I'm a small creator and I'm trying to revisit childhood shows. Let's take a quiet moment to revisit Magical Mystery Cure, the final episode of My Little Pony Season 3. The episode begins with Twilight singing a hopeful musical number, but after a soft splash of water, she realizes the spell she cast has changed everything. Her friends' cutie marks have been swapped, and with them their destinies. Rainbow Dash now cares for animals, Fluttershy brings laughter to others, Pinkie Pie tends to the farm, Applejack crafts dresses, and Rarity guides the weather. In that moment of realization, Twilight feels lost, but Spike gently reminds her of something important, the power of true friendship. With this strength, Twilight helps each of her friends reconnect with who they truly are. Slowly, the spell is undone, not just by magic, but by the bond they share. And lastly, Twilight transformed into an Alicorn. And I think this change in form is not just about Twilight gaining wings. It's about growth, love, and stepping forward into a new chapter of life together. Which is why I will like to discuss 3 important things in this episode. The first is a disconnection in one's work. Second is graduation, and the third is the possibility of alternate timelines. Point number 1, a sense of disconnection in one's work. One of the reasons why I really love this episode is because it feels so real. In life, a lot of people end up in jobs or roles they're not happy in, not because they chose them, but because the system, school, society, expectations told them this is what you're supposed to do. In MLP, they told the ponies say this is what the cutie mark is telling me. And so they follow the path laid out for them, even if it doesn't feel right. But this episode offers something really beautiful, a kind of quiet hope. It reminds us that true friendship can guide us back to ourselves. And that message, it works in 2 ways. First, when you're surrounded by the right people, even the hardest work can feel lighter. Whether it's at a school or in a job, friends can turn stress into laughter and loneliness into something softer. Second, sometimes those same friends inspire us to try something new, and in doing that, we might just discover what we actually love. The episode says you don't have to have it all figured out. Just be open, lean on the people who care about you, and try new things. And little by little, you'll find your way. Twilight Sparkle always felt like a graduate student in spirit.
Oh, sorry girls. I got a lot of studying to catch up on.
She was deep into independent studies, living in a personal library, surrounded by books that most ponies probably wouldn't even think to open. And when she moved to Ponyville, it wasn't the beginning of her studies. It was the beginning of something deeper, applying what she'd learned, living it. Learning through real relationships, not just theories. The rest of the main 6 felt like young adults too, each of them starting out chasing dreams, building careers, and figuring out who they are. And Twilight, well, her journey was always about friendship, not just studying it, but becoming the heart of it, the one who held connections together, the one others looked to when things fell apart. So when she became a princess, it didn't come out of nowhere. It felt like a graduation, a quiet acknowledgement that you can't be a student forever. At some point, you grow into the very thing you've been working toward all along. Her wings weren't just a transformation. They were a symbol that she was ready to lead, to teach, and carry what she learned into something even bigger. It wasn't the end of her learning, but it was the beginning of her becoming. Point 3. The possibility of an alternate dimension. Honestly, it was kind of weird how Twilight completed the spell. Just words, a few lines rewritten, and suddenly everything snapped into place. Like, why was this an unfinished spell even lying around? And more importantly, why did casting it change everyone's destinies? Their memories were altered. Even the ponies in Ponyville started acting like this new version of reality was normal. But then, The moment the spell was undone, everyone instantly remembered who they really were. It wasn't just about cutie marks. It was like the entire world shifted around them. There are theories out there. Some say the spell tapped into alternate dimensions, and that there are two versions of the main six, or maybe two timelines overlapping, and that's why Star Swirl the Bearded never finished the spell. Maybe he saw how dangerous it was, because honestly, it was dangerous. There's even a YouTube video, which is What's Wrong with the World, where they flip the script completely. It's not the main six who are changed, it's the world itself. The environment, their roles, everything swapped. And somehow that interpretation makes the whole episode hit even harder. Like, what if the real message isn't just about fixing a mistake, but about how fragile destiny is, and how easily the world can shift beneath us when something as simple as one spell changes everything. Thank you for watching. I hope more than 5 people see this. And I just want to say, in this episode, AJ was so cute. When she cried, I cried. When she smiled, I smiled. The animator should get more pay for this.